So brothers, the only thing you have to do in this world, and I mean the only thing you have to do in this world, and it's very simple. The thing is, it's just not easy to adjust to this simple thing when you've been making the wrong moves and moving the wrong way for such a long time from the piss poor advice you were given growing up. The advice all men were given growing up completely had everyone humiliated, bruh. And it's important to go through it because, bro, no one is ever going to tell you to treat a woman bad. And no, you shouldn't. And people think nowadays you got to treat people bad and all this kind of stuff. It's never the truth. You have to know your boundaries as a man and a woman. You have to know your boundaries. You have to know how the real world works and not pedestalize a woman or pedestalize a man or be over-validating or do any of those types of things that's going to lower your own value. Like, the simplest thing for men to do is just to focus on yourself. And it sounds so cliche and simple, but it's the truth of what has to happen. You can't be overly focused on chicks. You can't just be trying to get something going all the time with some girl, bro. You have to take that time and really focus on your life for years, bro, before you even think about approaching or doing this or doing that. Like, bro, the level of focus you need is going to turn you into a man. And if you never know how to focus for that long period of time and you're always doing random fun things, bro, you're never going to become a true man. Because it takes a certain amount of focus. It takes a certain amount of trials and tribulations that you have to go through to become what you're supposed to be. Like, bro, if everyone was just given the right advice and moved a certain way from a younger age, all men would be doing much better today. Like, much better. And it's also so easy to set yourself apart today because almost everyone's messing up, bro. So it's like when you don't and you know what to do. And it's not a game. Some people think, oh, I need a game. I need to do this. I need to do that. You don't need to do any of that, bro. You have to get your life in order is what you have to do. Like, and that's not a game. You might think, oh, I got to do this so I can get these chicks. And bro, that if you have it in your mind that it has to be that way, that makes it a game. You don't do that. You just keep becoming who you are, who you want to be. And things just come. Things just appear. Because you did you. While everyone else is jerking around and just, they don't know what they're doing, you're moving in the right direction every single day of your life. You're taking that hard path. You're taking that lonely path that's going to make you a man because you're focused. You're not in the mix. You're not everyone else because everyone else is failing, bro. So when you decide not to fail, everything just starts to come. It's simple, but it's not easy to get on to. Because, bro, even your father, even other men around you is not going to tell you to move that way. They're not going to do it. You had to figure some stuff out on your own. And I'm telling you some stuff right now, but this is how it has to be. Like, you truly have to set yourself apart and become a special man and a force. You have to be a force to be reckoned with. And it's what you should be anyways. That's the standard, bro. And you don't do it to get the girls. You continue to move that way. You continue to be that way. No matter what happens, no matter what doesn't happen, you have stuff to do. And bro, women love that. They love that. When you become an immovable object No matter what they do, you're still in your path. They can't get you off it. You don't get off your own path either and start to get with your friends all the time and do these things. And you're doing different things and all this stuff. You're not focused. You're not focused enough. Are these friends hustling with you, bruh? Is y'all getting together and is y'all in this ambitious state during the days all the time, getting stuff done and being those people? Most of your friends ain't going to be that way. You have to limit time around friends, around women. Even if you get your long-term girl, bro, you can't be around your long-term girl all the time. And she's going to understand that. Like, y'all need your time apart. You need to stay in the right mental space. That's so important for men. Far more important for you than it is for her or anyone else. Women really need to understand that as well. Because sometimes they might be complaining, I'm not getting enough attention from you, blah, 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 blah. Or your friends will say stuff, oh, why don't you want to come and drink all these beers and watch the game and do this? And da-da. They don't understand why you don't want to be a part of it. Because you're a part of something much bigger, something much greater. They're just falling to the low levels of society. That's what it is. And you're not, because you're focused. You're going through the hard times. You're going through the isolation phases. You're going through the isolation periods. To thicken yourself, you get used to the suck. You get used to the battles. You get used to the mental battles, and all of a sudden, you're in an immovable object. Because that is how you lived your life over an extended period of time. Let everyone else mess up, bro. You're not going to mess up. You live the next 10 years to not mess up. You're not going to mess up. Because you're out there getting after it. You're out there doing the damn thing. Most men are told, what are they told? Oh, go to your career. Go to school. Go get your job. And I'm not saying don't, but hear me out. We're going to continue on with this. Find a nice girl. Go find a nice girl. Go focus on her. Go do all these things and just... And how often does it work? Not too often. And you don't get the girl you want by doing those things. You don't. You guys understand how many people split up? How many people break up? Do you guys understand? A ridiculous amount, bro. It takes a lot to make things work today, bro. Look at the world we're living in. And you can't be a part of this world. You have to be out of this world, in this world, if that makes sense. Like, in this stupid world that's created today, you have to be out of it. Not in it. Out of it, looking down on it, thinking, look at all these clowns. Look at what they're doing, and look at me, the big bad boy up here, the big bad beast. The big bad wolf. And you're just looking down like this. Look at these clowns. Messing up so much. When you're above it. Because you understand how the world works. They don't. They're clueless. They're going to make all these mistakes. They'll probably keep trying to get girlfriends in their 30s and 40s and mess up and get broken up with, and life's just a mess. Because y'all didn't understand the assignment. You have to understand the assignment, bro. You got to understand what you have to do in this world. That's what you have to do. And it's on you, bro. It's on you to go through some stuff when you're young, to understand that this is messed up. I messed up as well. I have to fix this. Because if I keep doing the same things, I'm going to keep getting the same results. So it comes down to yourself. And you're the only one that can fix anything. There were some things that happened in my past, bro, and we've all been through these awakenings. I've been through it all, bro. I've been through absolutely every bit of it. And it's just like, things are off. Things are like very weird and unusual. it shouldn't be happening this way, but it is happening this way, so I have to fix this. And then you come to the realization of how the world actually works and how people actually are. And it's not what you think. It was all a dream. It was all a made up fairy tale. Like, it's just not how the world works. It's just not. There's still lots of people, bro, in their 30s and 40s and even 50s and stuff, and they think a certain way. They think they're going to meet someone. They think there's going to be someone out there and they're going to be different and all this stuff, bro. When you go through enough experiences, you begin to realize what this is all about. And most people that's in relationships, bro, are not happy. Most people that's in relationships are miserable. Most people that's in relationships, they don't even like each other at one point. There might have been a spark there at one point, but you guys know what happens after the honeymoon stage. Do you want to be a man that's in a sexless marriage? Because you're going to be benefiting her a whole lot and you're not going to be getting a whole lot of what you want. And you're going to be putting up with some attitude. You're going to, like, is that what this is? It's not going to happen to me. Like, me personally, bro, I know what type of woman it's going to take, and it's going to be nothing less. Otherwise, it's not going to be worth it. It's not going to be worth it. I know what it's going to take. Things can work. I see it happening at some point. I don't know if it'll be next week, and I don't know if it'll be in the next 5 years, but I see something happening, and it's going to take a certain type of individual, and because I become a certain type of individual, so it's going to take a certain type of individual on their end. And it's going to have to be a certain way, because there's so many things today that's just wrong. Y'all could be doing so much better, bro. It's just foolish. I don't understand how people can live like that. That's why there's so many people single today, because they realize usually people leave one another, bro. Usually happens at some point. But it's going to take two willing participants that's involved to make things work. You're going to have to really like her, bro. She's going to have to really like you, bro. Like, it's going to have to be that way. Otherwise, it's going to come to an end. Someone's going to get fed up. She's going to get fed up because you're not giving her her needs. You don't give her the attention she needs and craves. And if you do that, you're going to fail. It's going to take so much from you, bro. You're going to start to fail in your own personal life. You go to work after that, you're already drained, and it's just you're in this sick cycle now. Like, bro, there's people that live like that, and it's like no matter what the man does, it's not good enough, and he's just falling and falling and falling and falling and falling at his job, at home. He gets left, and now you feel like you just did everything you could and gave it your all and still got left. This is why men end up in those positions, because you did not take the time to really focus in your life and get so far ahead that you couldn't possibly be left behind. You could add the value you could to a female's life, and she could add the value to your life. So many people get caught up, bro, in the headlights, and it's like, no wonder why things happen. No wonder why. So, in this economy especially, bro, we're talking about this economy. You didn't have to be maybe this precise back in the day, but you do now. It's just the way it is. Like, there's so many people that almost can't even afford to have kids. Like, there's so many people checking out of having kids because it's too expensive. You know the world's messed up. I'm just telling you guys the truth of what it's going to take. And it's going to take everything you got. And if you want to waste your years of your life just dating her, just trying to make it work because I just want a relationship so bad, bro, you got to second guess everything you think about your own self and get focused in a whole other way you probably never have in your entire life. Because if you did, you'd be further ahead. That's the goal, bro. That's the key. Men are starting to realize this today regardless. And it's amazing that they are, because that's what it has to be. Men are walking away from women today and relationships and trying to make it work, and they're focusing on themselves, which you should be. I've been doing it for such a long time, since 21. I stopped trying so hard when I got to 21 with relationships and all that, because I've been through so many situations, got so far just for it to end. And it's like, that's when I realized something ain't right. Something ain't right. So guess what? I figured it out and I made stuff right. That's all you can do. And it's the smartest thing you can do, obviously. Obviously. So, this is the buzz all men have to be on. And it's funny to me how much I've given in my own life to become the man I have thus far, and to see other men much older than myself, not even a fraction, not even close to where I built myself into, when it's like, they think because they're older, they're going to come around me and they have more of a say over me, or they're smarter than me because they're older and I'm more experienced, and oh, you're just young, buddy, pal. I'm looking through you right now. I'm looking through you. You're not that guy. I'm that guy. You're not that guy. And when I look at these guys a certain way, bro, they almost get mad and kind of intimidated, plus offended, and just, you see some of these men at the gym, and I don't have nothing against them, but I see what they are. I see how they act. I see how they behave, and I think it's funny. Because almost no one is used to that young guy growing as much as, like, let's say I have. No one's used to seeing it. They think just because you're young that they know more, or they've been through more, or da-da-da-da, but yet you lived your life like a completely different being. You live completely different. I am miles ahead, bro. Miles and miles and miles and journeys and stratospheres ahead because of how I lived my life. It's not because I was dropped down from the high heavens of earth and just this mystical thing. No. I could have done drugs for the last 10 years of my life. I could have drank and partied, bro. I'd be nothing if I did that. It's because of how I lived my life. And it's because of how those men lived their life. You only get what you put in, and I put in everything, bro. Everything I put in. You can't take it away from me. You can't stand there or sit there and act like something like above me when you're not. You're just not. Are you? Let's see where you're at. Let's see where you're at, buddy. You're just not. Stop playing with me. You're not. You're not that guy. I built myself into that guy, and I'm going to keep doing it. I earned it. I've become. Stop playing with me. You're not that. And it's just funny to me how people act. You get that, right? They act that way. I'm not acting that way. I've built myself into that way. And they always have something to say about it. They always have to come around you trying to like teach you something. And it's like, boy, I'm laughing at the clown. I'm laughing at the clown. And guys, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful right now. I'm just being very real and very raw. And some people can't take it. Maybe some people watching this video cannot take it, cannot handle it. Don't care. It is what it is. I know exactly who people are, bro. I know exactly where people stand. And I'm not going to have someone come around me acting like they've done more than me, or they're ahead of me, or they've done life better than me. Because if you did, I would humbly sit there or stand there and listen to what you have to say. But something is just not right about this person, bro. Because they're trying to act more mature than me, or just because they're older than me. And you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys have encountered these people yourselves. I just find it hilarious. I'm low-key laughing at the clowns. And as I keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going, bro, I'm going to start to see their faces turn to envy, because that's what happens. I've made many of these men turn envious, bro, because I am the truth. And they can't take it, bro. I lived my life a very unique and specific way. For the last 10 years of my life, I did not piss around whatsoever. I took my life very seriously. I run my own military base. That is what I do. That's what I lived for. I didn't live for the party and the magical times and all the good times. Da, da, da. I didn't live for any of that, bro. I was focused. I'm serious about my stuff. Serious. I didn't do all that. Live life like you're just not going to live tomorrow, and Tomorrowland and raves and trips and da da da. You don't know who you are after all that. Have fun. Because I've been grounded and I got to know very well who I am and all my surroundings as well and others because of being grounded. And that's what I chose. You can choose whatever you want, but please, please, don't be like that. Don't be like that. I'm slick, bro. I'm kind of a smart ass type of guy, but it's just being real. Just being real. Some people just hate it, bro, because you got some wit about yourself. You got some intelligence about yourself. Some people just hate it because they ain't that. They ain't on that tip. They ain't on that level. There's people in the world that are on that level and beyond. I see things for what they are. Not how someone comes around me and starts acting like a mature man just because they're like 40 or something. Pal, I'm not impressed. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just not impressed. I know who you are. I know what you're doing. They would never, and I don't do it. They would never want me to come out and say these things because they get super offended, bruh. But I just keep rolling around, walking around, doing my thing, no matter where I'm going, just doing my thing, and I just don't care what people think. I'm going to keep going, and they are going to keep being in denial. I basically expose their lack of growth. I expose everyone's lack of growth. That's the thing. That's what's going to happen. I am satisfied with who I am today. I am dissatisfied with myself tomorrow, which is why I do so much. And when you're satisfied with your own actions, you're okay with everything. But guess what, guys? There's a lot of other people in the world who are not. They become haters of yours. They become envious, spiteful, jealous. I've learned so much. You can't trick me. You can't fool me when I live in truth. You can't. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. I like who I am. And I don't care if I should even be better or you can't tell me I'm worse. I like who I am and I'm going to keep getting better. So it don't matter. It don't matter. I'm good. But are you? A lot of these people out here ain't, bruh. A lot of these people ain't out here. What's hilarious too is when you develop yourself as a man, and this is the last thing in this video, you're going to see these women act a certain way when you're a bit younger and stuff. Their value might have been high, they might have been young and beautiful, and they gave you a hard time. Wait till you see what happens as you keep going on and building yourself into a real man. They use those years to use their value and their leverage. They use their value as leverage, did all they want, had a bunch of fun, took a bunch of you-know-what, dated about 100 different men, which this ruined them because women are not supposed to do those things. Let me tell you that right now. Women are not supposed to do that. But in the day and age we live in today, they have that tool to do it. They have the tools to do that. And it's not good for them. Attention whores and they're just bouncing around, bro. You cannot trust them as far as you can chuck them. You just can't. So as you keep building yourself, all of a sudden, you get up there, let's say in your mid-20s to late 20s to early 30s. They're looking at you a lot differently now. They want to start to act a lot differently now, and you don't want nothing to do with them. Truth be told. This is what happens when you make the right moves as a man. This is the real advice you should be listening to. And not the cliche, oh, party when you're young, enjoy it, get it out of your system, do all those things. You should be building yourself into the best man you could possibly be, because if you don't, you're going to get left behind. If you don't, you're going to struggle for the rest of your life. For the rest of your human years, you will struggle. But if you put yourself through the struggle, you win. while everyone else loses, you win.